Righto, a quick little video on another custom pack. What do you call them? What do we call them? Drive-in, drive-out package. Haven't finished my coffee. That's leaving this morning. So yeah, this one's been optioned to have the Kohler 22 litre a minute machine. Yeah, at the end, on the face of it, look at the specs between this and the Honda 390s. You go, oh, it's not big of a jump up, but really at the end of the gun, come in for a demo one day, organise a time, you will notice a mad difference between this machine and the 390. The Kohler has an extra couple of horsepower, which really translates to a lot more power at the end of the gun. It is very noticeable to the operator. On our personal utes, one cruise ute's got a 390, one cruise ute's got that, and I very much prefer that machine. So yeah, we set those up in the drive-in, drive-out packages with a stacked set of reels, 60 metres of non-marking high pressure hose and around 50 metres of supply hose. And then if you opt for the Softwash, you get, if we can fit it, 80 metres of Softwash hose. We haven't not been able to fit 80 metres yet, but we do have the option to go to a 12-inch reel, which is a bit skinnier, and only 60 metres of hose if space is at a premium. But as you can see, this is a dual cab ute. This is quite a small tray. We've been able to fit everything anyway. Package comes standards with a 100 litre buffer tank, but we will often upgrade you to a 150 if room allows, and there was just enough room for that 150 litre buffer tank. We often get asked, what size buffer tank should I fit? The answer is as big as you practically can. There's nothing wrong with a 100 litre buffer tank. There's nothing wrong with a 50 litre buffer tank if that's all you can fit, unless you've got a massive machine. But the more the merrier. Nobody ever said, oh damn, I've got too much water. Same sort of principle with the Softwash tank. I like to have a 150. It makes batch maths dead easy. It also gives you a bit more flexibility, but on 99% of jobs, we're only mixing up to here anyway. So if you can only fit a 100 litre buffer tank, Softwash tank, well, it's fine. This one is set up to have pure water window cleaning as well, but customer hasn't done that yet. We've just future-proofed it for him, so we've added on our stacker box so we can fit the window cleaning hose reel nice and neatly in here. We've set up most of the plumbing, so when the time comes, we've just got to add the filtration, add the rest of the plumbing, install the hose on the hose reel, and have it all plumbed up together. So the way we set these little distribution points up makes it real nice and easy for the operator. All the controls are relatively close, and you can flick between sending your water to your buffer tank, filling up your Softwash tank at the start of the job with water, or sending your water to your water fed, and setting the pump to either pull from fresh water from the tap or from chemical so that you can Softwash. We always include a drain tap on the buffer tank as well. We try to make that as neat as possible. This one really scratches a little OCD part on the back of my brain because of that. Yeah, pretty neat, I think. Real handy to drain it or wash your hands, fill your bucket, things like that on the end of the job. Well, I think that's about it. Yeah, pricing and options and stuff like that are all on the website. Oh yeah, actually, just little things, little finishing touches that I don't sort of mention. There's nothing here at the moment, but we've thought ahead. So obviously, oh yeah, this is great, all the equipment's there. You're going to have other stuff. You're going to have drums of chlorine, you're going to have soap, you're going to have other little attachments and maybe a drill or whatever you want to carry around. Toolbox goes here. So we always sort of space things out. Like, it would have been a lot easier for us to install a few things if we just spaced it out further, but then the customer doesn't have room for a toolbox. So we go to that effort, we make things as close and as neat as reasonably and practically possible so that we can future-proof for the customer. So the customer now has room here to fit a 1 metre by 600 toolbox. Also thought, well, what if one day he wants to carry a ladder? We've allowed a gap here and a gap there, even once a toolbox, which isn't even there yet, is installed, so that we can fit a ladder rack for them and a surface cleaner rack, and then they've got somewhere to put their shiny new surface cleaner and put their ladder if they so wish. So fair bit of thought goes into these, even though we do have them as a standardised package on the website, and it generally doesn't vary too much. There are yeah, there's a few more things to it than just the equipment that we bolt down to a ute and plumb up. So if you're interested in something similar, come in and have a chat. But this will be roughly what we offer. Machine, we've got half a dozen different options in machines. And of course, if you bring us a single cab or a space cab, there's a lot more options as well. But you can fit a lot on a dual cab, and I'm sure this customer will go and be able to do a lot of work very easily. Have a good one.